Peace and light. This is your brother John, and I would like to invite you to tune in to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club on 99 Jams every Monday and Wednesday morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. for the latest in pop culture news and unique perspectives on hot topics. Make sure you tune in and start your day off right with the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club right here on 99.1 FM, 99 Jams.
If it ain't one thing, it's another. That's right.
Agape Soul Boutique. High-end boutique looks and quality with affordable pricing. Located at 6025 Martin Luther King Street South in St. Pete. Choose from our amazing selection of stylish, fashion-forward heels, wedges, boots, children's shoes, accessories, and much more. You can shop now and pay later, interest-free with Afterpay. Subscribe to our website and get huge savings on our latest products at agapesoulboutique.com. For more information, call 727-379-1318. Come give your feet the royal treatment and check us out at Agape Soul Boutique today.
Charles brings you Blues and Oldies. Mondays from 1 to 3 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9 to 10 p.m. Then Moments of Passion, 10 p.m. to midnight. Tony Charles on the all-new.
Are you missing calls from customers? Missed call text back is the perfect solution for busy business owners who can't always answer their phone quickly. We'll instantly text back a response to anyone who has called and received no answer so you don't lose out on potential leads or customer inquiries. With our service, you'll never have to worry again about valuable leads slipping through your fingers. All of your missed calls will get an immediate response, meaning more conversions and higher customer retention rates. Plus, this automated process takes no time at all for you. Just turn it on and forget about it. Sign up now to start using missed call text back today.
Reach your leads anywhere, anytime with GetZot Connector. As a marketer, you're always looking for new and innovative ways to reach your audience. However, with so many devices and social media platforms available, it can be a challenge to connect with your leads and potential customers effectively. This is where GetZot Connector app comes in. With our all-in-one marketing solution, you can engage with your leads on any device and through various channels quickly and easily. Let's take a closer look at how GetZot Connector can help you connect with your customers, improve response rates, and grow your business. GetZot Connector is a full-featured mobile app that connects you with your leads and customers through various channels like Phone Connect, voicemail drops, SMS, MMS, emails, and Facebook Messenger. This means you can engage with them on any device and through multiple channels, which is essential to effectively reach your audience in today's digital landscape. One of the best things about GetZot Connector is that it allows you to create multi-channel campaigns that are tailored to the specific needs of each subscriber. Your own AI bot to easily craft messages that resonate with your audience and increase response rates. Whether it's using Phone Connect to follow up with a lead, sending a personalized
Oh, we in it. I don't hear nothing in my headphones, man, but we in it, man. This King Jal, the voice of the people. I'm pretty sure the people out there got sound because I see it peaking. Right. If y'all got the sound on Facebook, let me know if y'all can hear us, man. But go ahead and kick that thing, bro.
Let's do this thing proper. Like, good morning, Tampa Bay. Good morning, America. And good morning, the world. You are listening to King Jab, the voice of the people, 99.1 FM, WUJM, 99 Jams, the Bird Carafester Radio, the coolest, sharpest, and smoothest show on your radio. You best believe, in your homes, in your cars, or wherever you may be listening to this broadcast, give us a call, 727-637-2416, and be part of the people. All power to the people. King Jab is the voice of the people. And if you can't see it, listen, if you're in our listening audience and you cannot see my big brother's shirt that says unapologetically black, black, red, and gold since 1865, I am absolutely digging that, King Jab. You got my full attention when you saw that. And you are, sir, the voice of the people. I am riding shotgun with you, as always. King Jab, they shorten it down, man, from the intellectual gangster Professor Donner to just Professor Mac. That's what they call it. So they shut it all the way down.
How did this happen,
it
bro?
down. Man, I'm telling
How
you.
you lose how you lose letters?
Listen, big brother. I think that they see the professor and then they see the Mac and they just put the two together, big brother. So they didn't give me Professor Mac, but I am the intellectual gangster. You best believe it, bro.
I think on that note, if they go switch it up like that, I think you need a theme song, bro. Like you might have to get a Hammer song like me, bro. Just turn that thing on every time you come in. Like Dion, man. Dion got a theme song, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yes, sir. So King Jab, you are the voice of the people. What you got for us today, sir?
Hey, man. First of all, let me explain how this shirt came about, right?
Right on.
So I didn't really look at the shirt until you said something about the shirt. Because when I bought the shirt, I bought it from young black man. You know, he be riding around this car. He's selling shirts, all black stuff on the shirt. And me purchasing the shirt was more of a matter of support. When he came, I was like, man, let me get two. I'm gonna get one for me. Let me get one for my wife. How much is they? Oh, they 30. First thing hit me, 30. Second thing hit me was like, man, you paid 30 for your Lacoste t-shirts, the one you be changing car parts in. You know what I mean?
Right,
so stop acting like that with your people. You know what I mean? So I grabbed the shirts and I just threw it on this morning, man. And I looked at it, I seen the elements, and I was like, the breakdown on this thing is ill.
Oh yeah. So those who can't see, it's spelled BLACK, right? But it's spelled with the elements boron, lanthanum, carbon, and potassium. So if you know anything about the periodic table of elements, that should give you a pretty good balance, because we have alkalines and we have a non-alkalinic. We also have carbon, which is the base for everything that's organic, the big six. And King Jab, you rocking it, bro. You rocking it.
Hey, man, thank you very much, man. Sports. I really ain't got nothing for sports, man. I see they talk about Bronny, saying that he ain't a pro, and I like to take that was given on It Is What It Is, whereas, you know, it was a conversation like we on the sideline, me and you talking, and Jaylen Brown whispered like, hey man, I don't think he a pro yet. But you got the technologies and the cameras in everybody's face to the point where they literally read this man's lips. So now a private conversation is being privy and being pretty much examined by everyone. You know what I mean? That's kind of crazy, man. Like we really have lost our privacy.
Indeed. You know, King Jam, Kwame Ture, formerly Stokely Carmichael, was wont to say in the past, if the enemy is doing something against you, that means that you're doing something. So you get worried when the enemy is not doing anything against you. Because when the enemy is not doing anything against you, that means you're not doing anything. So we got to give that kind of a credence to the way that the media, the way that the league, and the way that any of the naysayers are handling our brother LeBron James Jr. and our brother LeBron James Sr.
Hey, man. I just like I said, whatever was last week.
Yes, sir.
As a father, could you at your current position and title put your son on? If not, we need to change the aspects of our position and titles and just go a little bit harder. Because I love it. Before we go get to the book of the day.
Hold on, King James.
Hold on, what's up?
Sports.
Oh, we still in sport?
Well, we don't want to forget that if anybody has the opportunity to purchase EA Sports College Football 25. 2025. I know that we have a number of athletes, local athletes, who are on the game itself. But naturally, because it hits so close to heart, my nephew, Shamar Rigby, is definitely on that game for the Purdue Boilermakers. So please check that out. He was one of the recipients of the name, image, and likeness promotion of himself. He also has merch. Now that's rolled off, Shamar Rigby merch. So grab a Shamar Rigby t-shirt, grab a Shamar Rigby Yeti, grab a Shamar Rigby mug, buy as much as you can, not just for Shamar, but any of your players who have made it on to the next level, and support them at that next level, because as name, image, and likeness becomes the property of the owners, then all that's doing is empowering the workers. EA Sports makes billions of dollars every year. They can afford to do right by the individuals who they put on their gaming consoles and gaming systems. So grab it, man, and play with those Boilermakers.
College football also make billions of dollars a year. If you're not aware of how just the whole process of NIL started, I want you to go back and look into the lawsuit by the O'Bannon brothers.
Okay.
They was the one that originally sued for the EA Sports. But like, y'all can't be using us and not paying us like that. And that kind of created this lane, because after that, EA shut down. Like, this is college coming back. They shut down because they didn't want to pay them boys. So now you got the same with the NCAA. Think about the basketball.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be the same. The women's basketball in the NCAA, if they keep their momentum going,
Right.
and all of them will be able to get paid. So that's important. And the most important part of this is the parents and the families have to insulate, and they have to learn and function and operate as a business.
Please say that again, King Jeff. Please say that again, brother.
You have to learn and function and operate as a business. Like, these business decisions start pretty much in Little League when they're 9, 10 years old. If you see the trajectory of where your child is going, then it's business decisions that have to be made the whole time up.
Sure.
The transfer portal has made it so hard on our younger athletes, to where if you're not a 4 or 5 star, college is not even looking at you no more.
Yes, sir.
And the reason for that is because you're considered a project still coming out of high school. And I have a plethora of film from people that's already in college. So this college film, even if it's JUCO, trumps your high school film. So your high school film, like, it don't matter how good you look no more. If you ain't what they consider him, and you gotta fall in all the parameters. You gotta have the height, size, the speed. You gotta fall in all, and you gotta have the right team behind you, because you can be him and not have a bad coaching staff.
Yes, sir.
So it's a lot of things going on with our athletes. So the parents have to become informed. Just don't, my son go to the NBA. It's more than that.
Yes.
It's way more than that.
Definitely, King Jam. And to pivot on to what you're saying, dovetail, but to also pivot, if we have young men and women who are standouts academically, we also have to make sure that we approach it from the perspective of a business.
Listen, academics, all sports, even if you're in a band,
yes, sir,
it doesn't matter.
Right.
It's the way you present yourself. You can listen. If your son is one of the best drummers in the state of Florida, and he has the same thing as a football player, you got this college, all these colleges are like, hey man, we want you here. He has the same leverage as this football player to work out an NIL deal.
That's the truth. That's the
hey man, y'all bust it open. Hey.
That's the truth. If your son or daughter is a mathematician,
same thing.
If your son and daughter is really good at chemistry, if your son and daughter is really good at English or at history or any of these things, then they need that family unit behind them to market them so that they can be successful in those particular fields. And if you have looked at any of the people, even in the field of politics, King Jeb, we had Pete Bowling on a couple of weeks back, and he was talking about how he was a fan of Adam Putnam. Now, I remember when Adam Putnam was becoming a politician as shortly after high school. He and I are the same age. So Adam Putnam was running for county commissioner positions and even for state representative positions when he was 18, 19 years old, coming from Polk County.
Okay.
So you don't just begin to involve yourself in the career fields that you want to become a master in you know, as an adult or in your middle ages. These things they progress over time, and you have to put the work and the care and the effort in them in order to be able to get the output, brother. You're spot on with that.
Well, I look at it as building a wall of protection.
Mm.
And when you see the trajectory of your child, grandchild, or whatever, you start setting up bricks around him to protect him from certain things and from himself. Putting a good work ethic, a good understanding about life. Keep your behind off social media. What you put on social media is your footprint.
Yes, sir.
They go back and look at that. Just an understanding of everything, because you are the product. Like, that's the first thing we got to realize. Like, man, people be looking to go re-up when you the product.
Say that one more time, King Jab, please.
People be looking to go re-up when you the product. So when you the product, you got to realize that you are. If you the product, put yourself in position, man. No, man, I ain't gonna go into all that, man. I'm just looking like, stop looking to re-up if you the product, man.
Right
I'm gonna land on that one there. That's my jewel.
Oh man, bro, and it is a jewel indeed. It's a metaphor. It's a similitude. But what you're doing is you're putting it in plain language for individuals to be able to understand without necessarily the lofty rhetoric. But rhetoric is the art of being understood. More than anything, rhetoric is the art of being understood. So you're putting it in ways that our people can understand it. And I think that they can apply it when they do.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say, brother, headphones ain't working. I ain't finna whip. I think it's safe to say that also.
Yeah.
Hey,
Before
we go to the book of the day, I want to touch something, man. And I want to really just really send my thanks and my blessings and really my condolences and really just prayers for healing for the team and for the camp. I went to, pay my respects to my brother D Lane last Friday. And it was the perfect atmosphere, the perfect security protocols. I felt safe. I felt like my homeboy was safe. Like, they got him. They sent the A team, the A security team. Not, Rod took the B team that day and sent the A team with D to make, you know what I mean. And it was such a peaceful experience to where, as I was leaving, I told the security guard, "Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all taking care of my dog like that, man." Like, so I just really want to thank the team, man, and send my respects, my condolences, my love. I thank you for the experience that y'all gave me and everybody else to pay our respects. No cameras, none of that. Like, go put your phone back in the car. All right, cool, bro. I ain't tripping. You know what I mean? So I respected that, and I just wanted to send my love to the family.
Sir, definitely condolences for the entire area and everyone who knew and was affected positively by the life of Brother D Lane. You do know, King Jab, we also lost Joe Jellybean Bryant.
Yeah.
This week, the father of the great Kobe Bryant, the late great Kobe Bryant, and his legacy was not just as an amazing athlete, but as a father, as a coach, as a mentor, and as a husband. Although he and Kobe had their differences, and definitely had their differences, it was his father.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when you are a father, you do understand that relationship, even if it's fractured, is not dissolved.
That's real.
So, and he dunked on Kareem, bro. And he dunked on Kareem.
Man, I went back to his one good highlight. He went up and pushed on Kareem.
Listen, I grew up with a father. I grew up with a father that was a Philadelphia 76ers fan all the way 100%. And I think if you just really shake it out of him right now, King Donnie would still be a Sixers fan. Before he wear any other jersey, I think he'll still wear a Sixers fan. Now, could that be because he's FOI? Yeah. Could that be because Philly is the home of Brothers Incorporated? Perhaps. But he's a diehard Philly fan, man. He rolled with them behind 76ers. So, and Joe Jellybean Bryant did dunk on Kareem for all the Lakers fans out there.
Man. So a crazy another story real quick. So I got a call, what it was, I think Thursday, my cousin from Sarasota.
Okay.
Man, I just got contracted to bring these poster boards over there for Rod Wave manager. So I'm like, what you talking about? You like, they got the life size poster boards or whatever. Yeah. And it just his nieces came and got with me, paid me to bring them over there. They just contracted me. So I'm like, cuz. He was like, yeah, Derek. I was like, cuz. Man, that's D-Lane. Man, this man, listen, this is the impact. Because my cousin from Sarasota knows D-Lane. Like,
yes, sir.
Like, he was in the Fed, like, we locked up together, all that. Like, he know D-Lane, but he didn't know it was D-Lane. Man started crying on the phone, bro. Like, dang, man, I ain't know this crazy. Man, then he looking at the picture, I'm like, yeah, bro. Like, I was like, that's D-Lane. Like, D, I mean, they call him Uncle Lee. That's D. He was like, man, I. And then what happened was he was bringing that over because the family they had a private ceremony. You know what I mean? And they didn't really want people to know. So it was like, man, I just loved it. Man, I just loved it. Okay, man, book of the day. Let's roll on. Book of the day, man. Let's do the book of the day because I got a lot of news. It's some mess going on around here.
It is indeed, King Jav. It is. And so I won't be long with this one. The book of the day is called Jubilee, The Emergence of African American Culture. It's bought by the Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture and the New York Public Library. The book Jubilee is a book that has, listen, the forward is about Wynton Marsalis. So that the famous jazz musician, the individual who gave us Mo Better Blues.
No, I'm saying that name. Yeah, that name, when you said it, it slapped me. Go ahead.
Yeah, the son of Ellis Marsalis, Bradford Marsalis' brother. I mean, the Marsalis family is the royal family of New Orleans. And they are not just musicians, but they're artists and they're historians and they're keepers of American African history. But the book Jubilee, first off, is an amazingly written book. But the pictures that are in Jubilee are absolutely fantastic. And they don't just cover American African history as it relates to the African human trafficking and forced labor economy that we call slavery or the transatlantic slave trade. It goes before and after that period. And it doesn't just focus on the United States because American Africans are an international phenomenon, meaning that it was absolutely nothing for a ship to bring human traffic Africans and leave a group in a family, your brother, your sister, your cousin in Jamaica, and take another group of your family, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins, your aunts, your mothers, your fathers.
This cargo was insured too, wasn't it?
Come on, bro.
All right.
We
ain't gonna go who was insuring the cargo.
It was licensed, bonded, and insured. There was money lended to allow this wicked misadventure to take place, and a lot of it came from the individuals who were forced out of Spain in 1492 and ended up in places like Antwerp, ended up in places like the Netherlands, ended up in places like New York and Georgia. These individuals ended up in places like Jamaica and Suriname. And a lot of them ended up just like the slave masters that we've named places after right here. You got me started now, bro. That we've named counties after right here in Florida. Like Levy County. That was named after Levy. So I think that when we explore these topics, when we understand these things, then we understand it's a total economic system. And until you understand capitalism, what it is and how it works, everything else that you think you understand will only confuse you, including white supremacy and racism. The book Jubilee, back to our book Jubilee, is a very, very, very good visual example of the history that American Africans and that African people, the global African community, has endured for the past 5 centuries, King Jab.
Mm.
But something that was interesting in it, and then we'll bring it to a close. It mentions correctly that prior to the Civil War, the U.S. Civil War, 50,000 Africans ran away, escaped being enchained every year. Now, economically, check the history on this. Read the books of Dr. Gerald Horne. Read the books by Edward Baptiste. The Half Has Never Been Told by Edward Baptiste. The Apocalypse of Settler Colonialism, 16th and 17th century by Dr. Gerald Horne. And you'll find that, King Jab, do you know what the profit margin was on one enslaved person? For one enslaved person, for one enslaved African, a $1 investment returned the investor $17,000. I'm gonna say that one
That
more
was like
time.
$1 million back then.
Come on, King Jab.
I told you use the product.
Come on now, use yourself or be used by others. A $1 investment on an African, and this is in any part of the forced labor and human trafficking economy that we call slavery, produced a $17,000 profit.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So a $2 investment produced a $35,000 profit. So when we look at this and we look at these kind of things honestly, then we have to really do that. We have to be honest in what we see in the wealth that's accrued by individuals who participated in this evil and wicked misadventure. You can find that information in this amazing book, Jubilee, The Emergence of African American Culture, presented by the Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture and the New York Public Library.
Thank you for that book of the day, bro. I'm gonna go back and actually pull these segments, man, and start running just a segment of book of the day, because we don't read. And that's one of the things I love. Like, I actually have a library. Like, man, we got you. That's where it's at, y'all. It's in the books, y'all. So 100%. Let's talk security.
Yes, sir.
And put the name of the book in the chat. It's called Jubilee, Brother John. Jubilee. I'm talking, I ain't typing. I ain't got the capacity to hold all that right now, brother. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
So let's talk security. And speaking of Brother John, right? So let's go here. Security.
Right.
It was a greenhouse event where they was opening up the microloan for the city of St. Pete, CRA microloan. And I'm at the event. We standing in front of the greenhouse. Brother John is there, the mayor's there. Whenever Brother John is somewhere and I'm somewhere, I am. He doesn't ask me. I don't get compensated, but I am security.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing I did was I positioned myself where I can see all open windows, rooftops, any incoming threats. I positioned myself where I had a exit route. How the hell we gonna get up out of here if it go down?
Yes, sir.
Even when I asked my question, they were like, when I asked the question, they were like, "What the hell are you doing standing over there?" But
yes, sir.
That's what I was on.
Right. Yes, sir. 100%.
So when I seen this Trump assassination part, I could only equate this Secret Service detail to Rick Ross security. I could that was my equation. Like, I ain't going into everything that would happen.
Right.
But I can only equate this detail to Rick Ross security, bro. Because for one, y'all got drones, y'all got support, y'all got comms. Even if he was to get on the roof, you don't get on the open roof with no concealment, bro. You don't get off one shot. Why? I could have got you off your spot to take that shot from the ground with a sidearm. Just weird, man. the whole thing where like people getting shot in front of you, and maybe it's just society, but like, boom, I'm right here with my phone. Like, you just got shot. Hey, let me unlock my phone. Like, I ain't gonna get out the way. I ain't gonna worry about it. Like, it's just, it's all weird. And I'm just saying, like, cause it's so many conspiracy theories. And I don't care to get into none of that, man. It like, cause that's what people thrive off of. But I know King Jab and Brother Donnie's security firm is just not open, man. We open up right now today.
I tell you what, you will not get touched with this group.
We ain't gonna play like this, man. Like, this is unbelievable, bro. Like, listen, millions of dollars going to a security detail, bro. Like, this is unfathomable what's happening, bro.
Very
like,
much so.
Man, this is crazy, man. Like, so, and this is a president.
Yeah.
It don't matter who he is, what he did. Like, man, they let you get on the roof and take shots at a president.
It's interesting in the King Jab.
Yes,
it definitely makes you think. And then now, don't forget the
WWE,
the man, greatest show on earth.
WWE.
Yeah, you know, I wear a lot of white shirts, King Jab. I wear a lot of white shirts, and it's really hard to keep white collars clean. And I need to really look into, maybe I'm using the wrong products, but I really need to look into some kind of collars that can somehow have blood drip around them and not get on the collar. I got to look at that. That was pretty interesting. And I tell you now, maybe former President Trump's money is much longer than mine, and maybe he has a way of, he uses a special kind of Argo starch or something like that. He ain't cracking out the Argo or the faultless starch. Maybe they're using something I'm not using.
Hey, man,
but
listen.
King Jab, you ever seen anybody have a bleeding ear wound and no blood get on their collar? That's
Hey,
interesting.
man, listen.
Place, bro.
The whole thing felt Tubi-ish. This felt a little like I see, like somebody say, like you seen a reenactment one. I seen this on Tubi, dog. Like, this is where I seen this at. Like, the whole thing was just Tubi. But my other sentiment was like, people are fanatics. Like,
yes.
Let's look at this like on a real level. I feel like supporters, people that are willing to run into the Capitol, will absolutely say, hey, I'll run up here and give my life for y'all to win this election. Because just the whole background of the shooter is weird. This man ain't had no type of training. None of that, man. And you letting off accurate ear shots. You talking about.
Except, King Jab, he was in a Black Rock training video.
Doing what?
Appearing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But it's interesting because he was 20 years old, supposedly. But he was in a Black Rock international investment firm that invests heavily in mercenaries.
Yeah.
Which is private military firms. He was in that training video.
So they put the chip in his head and they program him. Climb up this wall. What are you telling me to climb up this?
Make it think.
Well, y'all better watch these. Man, maybe I'm the one who tripping, bro. I just believe all of that, man.
Did you watch it? You watched the first debate, right, King Jab?
Which one? With
President Trump and President Biden. Do you recall President Trump saying he's a Manchurian candidate when he talked about President Biden?
Ooh, y'all ever watch that movie?
Those are the words that came out of his mouth. He said he's not in control of himself. He's a Manchurian candidate. Does that mean that a Manchurian candidate exists? Or was he lying?
It's getting deep right here. Hey, man.
It's very interesting, King Jab. It's almost as interesting as the founder of Fandango deciding that he was going to accidentally fall out of a 20-story building in New York yesterday.
Hold on, stop. The founder of Fandango. Oh, he slipped. He got. Oh, that's.
Did he slip? We don't know if he slipped or not. We do know that it's real difficult to give a blow by blow if you fall 20 stories out of your building in New York. That's very interesting, though, King Jam. That a
Okay.
venture capitalist like Klein, the individual who founded Fandango, just happened to fall. Take what they call the Moscow escalator, the Moscow elevator, rather.
Mm. So my next story, bro, I think is just as shocking as this Trump assassination.
Okay.
I think it's on the same level of what the hell, Tubi-ish. What I said, feel kind of Tubi-ish.
Yes, sir.
St. Petersburg named the best city for food in the U.S. What the hell? This is real Tubi-ish, y'all.
You gotta tell us more about
This
that one.
is an article, man. Listen, bro. We not paying the right people. I hate for promo because, like, if I could just get them to say something like this about agape, to the roof, man. Listen, they said that St. Petersburg named the best city for food in the U.S. Whether if it's a sit down at a nice restaurant, a quick bite at a scenic cafe, or people like the experience of going out to eat. Well, Ensure My Trip conducted a study of which city in the United States had the best food scenes out there, and St. Pete made it to the top of the list. The best food cities ranked following in order was St. Petersburg, Richmond, Virginia. I'm finna stop right here. Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Ohio, Cincinnati, Fort Wayne, Indiana, Madison, Wisconsin, Kansas City, Missouri. Oh, Durham got that gas. Durham, North Carolina. I ain't gonna front. Durham got that gas. Lexington, Kentucky, and Cape Coral, Florida.
Cape Coral, yeah.
I'm listen. So this is okay. In hindsight, right here, y'all. This tells me I can make a poll about anything. So this is what y'all gotta.
So King, hold on, King Jack. What discrepancies do you have with what discrepancies do you have with the cities that they name? Not necessarily St. Pete, but what discrepancies do you have?
Have I read the list? I agree with it. If this was the list, we won. Like, I don't think we should have beat Durham, North Carolina, but what about Atlanta? Man, when I go out of town, bro, I just go just to eat because I feel like we in a food desert. Like, what part of St. Peter are we specifically mentioning? Like, we need to. I need metrics. I need metrics on this, bro. I need metrics on this. But yes, I'm gonna retract according to this list.
Okay.
St. Petersburg, I think we do got Madison, Wisconsin. I think we can stand up on Fort Wayne, Indiana, and Lexington, Kentucky. I ain't sure about Cincinnati or Milwaukee.
It's interesting though. King Jam, think about the cities that they named, and then think about the prevalence of the American African.
Chicago, Illinois. Like what city did we? What?
New Orleans. I was waiting on that response.
Like, I can't, because you don't even have to say New Orleans. Like, bro, when you go to New Orleans, you going just to eat. Like, listen.
I mean,
man, we so greedy, bro. Listen, our food options be mapped out before we get to where we going. Like,
you're not alone,
greedy, boy.
You're
We
not
going
alone.
to eat. Like, this is part of, like, we doing the research, reviews, and all.
King Jack, what would you say, aside from St. Pete, of the places that you've been, that's had the best food internationally, nationally, that's had the best food experience that you've had? Now, not what you cooking, bro. I'm not saying you go there and then you go there and you get groceries and cook. That's how you burn. I'm talking about the places that you visit and the food that's there.
More recently, like New Orleans, you don't have to say it, but I think we were in Durham. It was either Durham or Raleigh. Yeah. And just it was a family reunion a couple years ago, and just they Uber Eats was fire. Like, bro, like you on Uber Eats, I'm like, what the? man, bro. See, anybody know me from back in the days? Like, I'm the type of person, bro. I go in a restaurant, I'm gonna order 2 entrees because that's just how I like to try food.
Okay.
So me and my homeboy, he still do that to this day, and I'm like, bro, my pockets ain't that heavy no more. But he'll go like that was our thing, bro. We go to the restaurant, we ordered 2 entrees, man. We got like anyway, number one stunners. Anyway, so that's how I like to try my food, and yeah, North Carolina was fire. My trip to LA was, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna front, like the spots that my wife found, and besides the OG spots that I wanted to go, and it's maybe more because I was a local,
right? Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? That was just like that was all gas, bro. All gas. The worst food we got was at the hotel, and we was at a resort, a supposedly top resort. We were like, what the hell is this?
That's interesting. LA is such a mixture of people from so many different places around the world, and so many different places around America. It's almost impossible not to have good food in a place that's eclectic ethnically as LA. I know that my godmother used to absolutely, when she was with us, my Shirley used to absolutely love California. She loved shopping in San Bernardino, and she loved the food in LA. That was her spot.
So, remember I said we greedy, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, we in LA trying to find some grits. Like, hold on, man. None of these restaurants sell no grits.
That's something, man. We're beautiful people who spread, because if you look at the people who populated LA, usually they came after World War II. So I'm talking about the 1940s, the 1950s. They came to work for Goodyear and other large places that were hiring, large corporations that were hiring in LA. And they bought their culture with them. So, you know, Tookie Williams was born in Louisiana. Huey P. Newton was born in Louisiana. You know, the West Coast got the western portion of the South, when a lot of places in the East Coast and in Midwest, like Indianapolis and Chicago and to a degree Kentucky, but definitely New York and the New England area, they usually got individuals from the eastern part of the South. So they got them from South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, things like that. But out west, they got that western side. So man, ain't nothing for them to have grits and other delicious food.
It was kind of hard to find grits, but we did. Thanks. My wife is she's a Googleologist. Like she got her degree. But High on the Hog. Netflix documentary, High on the Hog.
The series,
The history of food, how we cook our food, all the way back to Africa, back to like all this culinary experience I ain't even know that these ain't even really yams we got over here.
Yeah, right, yes, sir.
Ain't no dang yam. That ain't okay. Anyway, well, the candy yams is not really candy yams, y'all. That's not a yam. I learned that here. So like that, it's a food documentary. Great, man. Great info. Very informative. Go back and watch season 1. Season 2 is a little but season 1 was fire. You know what I mean?
We're responsible for a lot of American cuisine, the things that we call American cuisine, and a lot of it was things that we adopted. And if you read the documents, and I've had opportunity to read the actual documents from things like the De Soto expedition of Don Hernando de Soto, you see that they keep writing that the Africans, they just keep eating cassava, because that was the closest thing we had in the New World to yams. And we will make the cassava. And right now, if you go to the Dominican Republic, to Haiti, to any of the places, Puerto Rico, if you go to those places, you'll see that cassava is a staple. We still do it. Here in the United States, where we don't have cassava as prevalent, we eat yams and potatoes, because that starch really made up our diet and gave us everything that we need nutrition-wise. And we didn't eat a lot of the things that the Spaniards ate. We wouldn't eat a lot of things that the Spaniards ate.
So even in this documentary, it talk about how oysters is considered like a rich other people delicacy, and oysters was the black man hustle.
Yes, sir. That's
Like it
true.
was black men in New York, bro. Them black men up there got rich
That's
off of
true.
oysters. Like, yes. So yeah, that's a black delicacy. That's not a and it was a income source where
Lobster.
like, yeah,
Same thing with lobster.
yes.
Yes, sir.
Man, High Off the Hog, y'all go check that out. Definitely a great documentary, man. You said great documentary. So we got a lot going on in our city today, man. Got a story about and I know I might disappoint some people with this here, bro. But I'm gonna give a brief explanation, then I'm gonna move on to this vote for the raise deal.
School us
right?
then, King Jab.
So it was an article come out talking about campaign donations, right?
Okay.
And I know right now some people tuned in like, no King Jab finna go in. But I'm not. I'm not. And you wanna know why I'm not?
Please tell us why.
Because I do operate out of a level of respect, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my level of respect has, I ain't gonna say it has nothing to do with the candidate. It has everything to do with the candidate. But my level of respect goes to the spouse of that candidate. And
go ahead.
I could go in and I can talk about it. I can report on it, but this candidate husband is like, it's certain people you don't cross, right? You don't cross your barber. Like, I don't think you got a barber. I think you still use magic shave. When you go around the house with magic shave and a butter knife, man, I'm telling you, Dream. If your daddy hair gray. So, like, next to your barber, like, you don't cheat on your barber, right?
Yeah, you got to be listening to Tyrone Davis.
Yo.
Yeah, when you walk around with that magic shade, you got to be listening to Tyrone Davis, and you got to have you a cold 8-ball somewhere close to you.
Yeah, man. Walk around there with a black, like Janet Shaw. So,
listen to ZZ Hill.
So you don't.
Yeah, you got to be listening to Bobby Rush.
Slipping in the dog. Then. So you don't cheat on your barber, and you don't cheat on your AC repairman.
No,
so
not at all.
My reserves in this conversation is the fact that if my AC go out, Jesus,
he done got me cool before too.
Hey
so
man, it's my hey. So I'm St. Pete weighs in. I'm gonna go. I'm going. I ain't getting into that. Cause I another thing I can say it's Democrats and Republicans know how they fight. Know how they fighting currently. The Democrats are fighting scare tactic. The Republicans are fighting propaganda. So with the propaganda, we go and find stories that make you look bad in the public eye to sway the votes, and we pretty much cultivate the content that we want to put out about you. And that race over there is going to be close. And I can say this to the Big Sanders campaign. We did shoot out we shot a kite, man. We got some software y'all might can use, huh? We offered our services. Go check your emails, man. Holler back at us.
Come on now.
We can help. That's what we doing right here. St. Pete weighs in on approval of proposed Wade Stadium in a historic vote. So y'all, today marks the day all of our souls get sold to the Tampa Bay Rays organization. Today is the day that our city council seats, our mayor's seat, All of these seats no longer matter because the Tampa Bay Rays will control everything that moves in our city. It don't matter who's holding these. It only it does matter, but they gonna have to move in the direction of the Rays did because we just made this. What they said. I don't give a damn what religion you in. You don't make a deal with the devil. Any type of devil. Not even a devil, Ray. How the hell you make a deal with the devil? Oh, hey man, hey man, that's what I was told. Excuse me, you don't make the deals with the devil. It don't matter if it's the devil. Man, listen. First and foremost, I have 100. I can tell you why you don't make a deal with the devil, Ray. Because my dog, R.I.P. My dog, my homeboy, the crocodile hunter, spent years slapping the hell out of crocodiles. Man, I'm jumping on their back. I'm tickling their belly and everything. I'm holding them up. Man, I'm talking about man, the crocodile was I'm talking about he was amazing to me. Like, I'm like, and this time, bro, I'm living a real gangster lifestyle, bro. And this white man was a real G to me. Like, bro, he's doing stuff that he's hood. You ain't doing that, homeboy. I can guarantee you that.
Oh, man.
And he got took out by a devil ray. Prime example.
Shout out to Steve Irwin.
That's that. Hey, so you can't make a deal with it. They'll kill you. They'll stick that thing stinger right through your chest now. Right through y'all.
Let this be a warning.
Yes, the stinger is gonna go right through your chest. We finna all die like the crocodile hunter, man.
Oh, man. King Jab, you own it, brother. You own it.
Oh, hey, man, listen. I'm an empty nester at the current moment.
Okay.
Somewhat and something not. Something like kind of sort of.
Right.
But y'all just prepare for y'all grown kids to be staying with y'all until eternity. Cause it's gonna be like Cali, bro. Man, you got some of the homies in their 30s, bro. I'm still in the house with my mama now because that's the economic setup. Like, but these houses, yeah, so we ain't gonna be able to afford to stay here. Stinger to the chest. I don't think the vote gonna change. It was a 5-3 or something like that last time. It's only a few people that's saying like, man, this ain't right, and everybody else they going with the flow. I think that this is the time that we actually see that the importance of voting.
Yes, sir.
And when I say the importance of voting, I'm gonna read these quick articles and I'm gonna go into it. The GOP Democrats in Florida, the GOP ahead of Democrats in Florida by nearly 1 million in registered voters. Oh, what the hell just happened? Okay.
That's very interesting, King Jab.
And hold on, grassroots group ends voter registration drives. Fair Florida law pushed by GOP. So the GOP leading Florida in registered votes, but it was the legislation put through by the GOP that say y'all can't be out here. So now what happened was when people was registering people to vote, you got a quota, you got to go out, you got to get a certain amount of people a day.
Indeed.
And what happened was some people were like, man, they just ain't doing the work. So they go back and just put phony names on the paper, boom, 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 turn that in. They went and made that a charge.
That's very dangerous.
They went, and it's dangerous. Like I kind of agree, and but the thing is they went and made a charge, and I think the problem that the grassroots groups did, the problem was when they started recruiting people from bringing people from Detroit down here, registering people to vote.
Indeed. I have to say this, King Jab.
Yeah.
Because we've hit on it and we've gone around it, but I really want to drive it home. And this is for our listening and our viewing audience as well. The most dangerous person in society is a lazy person with ambition. The most dangerous human being in society is a lazy person with ambition, because they want all of the things that they see people who work have, but they don't want to work for it. And they will work 24/7 to find out a way to take what they do not work for. So be very careful when you're around. Separate yourself completely from lazy people with ambition, because their ambition will not end. And anything they see that looks like food, they'll eat it. They're going to eat it.
Eat that food, boy. That's a prime example. Food.
That's the truth.
You food, boy. So, I just think that what's going on with this raise deal, and the reason why I went to the voting situation is, as a voter, I think it's time for you to really sit back and look at who you voted for and take a look at it and see if you have to vote for this person again, then evaluate that if this person is speaking for you when they vote. You understand what I'm saying? Are you speaking for me when you go in there today and you vote on that? Are you speaking for me? Because I put you in this position. And when they can go through all of these channels not to allow you to vote or to hinder your vote, that shows you just how important it is.
That's true.
That shows you the importance of. And I'm not, notice that I'm not talking about the Geritol race. I'm talking about right downtown, right now. City Hall.
Yes, sir.
100%. And what's going on right now, because that's where the voting starts. Like I said this last week, these are career criminals. Yes, career politicians. Politics is a career, so you may start from city council and be the next person elected as a president.
Easily. So
type in right here. You don't like how it's going, man? Tap in on the people that you are putting in, and my word for this entire next 10 years, my 2034 project is proctoring y'all into accountability, man.
Yes, sir.
When y'all come out with it, boy, it's the world right now. Everything documented. Every promise you make, documented. And we gonna come back to it. We go review it while you're still in position, not when you coming out and say, "Oh no, you ain't do none of this." Nah,
that's the role of
no. You said you was gonna do this. It's been a year. You said you was gonna do this. It's been 2 years. What's happening? Yeah, so true. That's where we going with it. Next week, me and my brother, we go do some research. We go bust down this whole play with Florida A&M.
Yeah,
and with this donor. Donating this large amount of money and the president residing. It's a lot of angles to this story.
Mm-hmm.
I want to look into it because I thought it was a great idea. I actually reported on it when it happened, and to see it fall through, like, it got me kind of like interested. Like, what the hell?
You were speaking about it for years before it happened.
Yeah.
You're speaking about it for years before.
I always said, well, why the hell we in Florida A&M? We ain't growing up. No, man. I'm like, how we got the Florida agricultural? Man, I literally be asking parents, man, my son go to Florida. You send him there to grow weed? They looking at me like I'm crazy. Why not? You want $100,000? You want him to have a career that pays $100,000 a year plus, right? A culture. All right. This King Jal, the voice of the people. Thank y'all for listening. My final thought for the day is send your child to Florida A&M to grow weed. Anything you gotta say?
Tune in next week, same bat time, same bat channel. You know what it is. The voice of the people. King Jab is the voice of the people. 99.1 FM. WUJM 99 Gems, the Bird Carafesta Radio. Tune in. We will see you next week on the sharpest, baddest, flyest, and coolest show on your radio. King Jab, the voice of the people.
WUJM, St. Petersburg, 9 Jams.
Gospel lovers,
You ready for some church? The Angels Gospel Show is back with a bang. Bring to you gospel with live interviews, scriptures, inspirational topics, inspirational events, and hot gospel music of all types. Coming to you live from the studio of 99.